If there's one thing you should do today, it's wake up and be happy. Before you get out of bed, before you open your eyes, before you reach for your phone, check an email, look at a text, or do anything else, you ask yourself inside your mind, what's going to make me happy today? And you wait for the answer. You lie there, not moving, not thinking about what you have to do or what you should do, but instead think first, what's going to make me happy today? And then wait for the answer, because let me tell you, your body will share exactly what it is that will make you happy that day. Little things can make you happy. Being with your family, spending time with a friend, cooking, baking, doing a craft or a hobby. There is definitely something your body wants to do that will make you happy. Exercising, playing, enjoying the company of others, reading, writing, journaling, working on your next book, meditating, exercising, stretching, having a bath, taking care of yourself, looking after your body. There are so many things that you can do right now today that will make you happy, and all you have to do is ask. Ask yourself, what will make me happy today? Sure, there's lots of things we should do, lots of things we could do, lots of things we feel we're supposed to do. But in truth, what we're supposed to do is do what makes us happy. It's so easy. Every day, wake up in the morning and ask yourself, what's going to make me happy today? And then do that. Go after that. Make that happen. Of course, you got to do all the other stuff, but do what makes you happy. Also, set time aside for it. Make a plan. Structure your day so you get all the things done that you have to do, and then do what makes you happy. Be with your kids. Be with your partner. Be with yourself. Do what makes you happy each and every day, and I guarantee you, guess what? You'll feel happy. Your life will be joyous. You'll trust yourself. You'll recognize the things that you need, and you'll know that your voice and your commitment to yourself matters. Do what makes you happy. That's what it's all about. Eventually, you'll get up every morning and make sure that you do what makes you happy first. And then you'll get onto the other stuff. And then you'll do what you have to do. And then you'll do what you should do. But eventually, over time, if you get up every day and do what makes you happy, pretty much your whole day will become what makes you happy. Your work will make you happy. Your playtime will make you happy. Your chores will make you happy. The things you have to do suddenly will make you happy, because inside, happiness rules. Wake up every day. Ask yourself, what do I need to do to make myself happy today? And do that. Go after that, and happiness will fill your life, and your whole entire day will be filled with that. Happiness, the way we're supposed to be, the way life's meant to be, the way we love to be. Enjoy that and ignite your life with happiness each and every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you America's top foundational health coach, Dr. Joe D.
And a good, happy Monday, Mindset Monday to you today. I'm Dr. Jody Bear, and I am thrilled in our happiness quotient. I'm thrilled here today that I have one of the most amazing, I'll say she's happy. I know she gives hope, and she certainly knows about health. And you're going to hear from her in just a moment. In the meantime, if you've just tuned into us for the first time, I'm Dr. Jody Bear, known as America's top foundational health coach. For over 4 decades now, 42 years, I've brought people. I've been bringing it back, forwards, and every other way, giving them hope. And we foundationally give this through our 6 pillars of human existence: spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, social, and financial. Last Mindset Monday was all about finances. Today is going to be all about that mental health pillar. She gives people hope. And I know that I've done the same in my way with my 4 decades of doing health coaching and holistic nutrition, over 1 million pounds of toxic fat lost. And in the COVID era, I'm proud and honored and humble to say that over 3,000, it's now 3,500 people have reclaimed, regained, and restarted their lives to rejuvenate, to restart. And guess what? That's exactly what our guest does today in the mental health segment, helps them with a restart. But you know, the good news is the next pounds, the next health reclaim can be yours. Let's talk about it. My personal quote is, when you take care of you and your world first, the world around you is empowered forever. Ready to be empowered forever? I know you are. Knowing that Les Brown says, how do we do this? With it's possible. It's possible for you to create a whole new future for you. Just know that it's possible. I'm possible, but you're possible too. Just believe it's possible. I can tell you, in the mental mindset pillar, this is one that I'm going to give Les Brown kudos when he says, what we need is a community of collaborative, heart-centered leaders. My guest is one of these. She is a heart-centered leader. She leads everything from her heart and with gratitude. I don't think we've ever gotten off a phone call where she hasn't said, I have such deep gratitude for you, Dr. Jody. Well, now I'm going to say, I have deep gratitude for you. And then you know that you know a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend through Manny Lopez. When I said, we need somebody for Doctor Talk, we need a mental health professional, anybody that you know. And he gave me my truly, truly professional bestie. I put her up in the top 5. And I know that you can't wait to hear, because I'm not even going to tell you her name until we have our next commercial break, because it's that exciting when I give you her intro. I can tell you what she does. It's like what we heard from Ignite Publishing, our sponsor here. Do what makes you happy. You've got this. Do the thing that you've always wanted to do, because in the end, it is all worth it. So now we are going to hear how it's all worth it with our second sponsor, Confidence Tones. Be right back. And you know, Dr. Jody approved at DRJODEE. I was privileged to be able to work with the creators as a consultant of these. Dr. Jody approved. Any supplement modality, you can know that I'm behind it if it's here on Healthopedia channel. Take a look, take a listen.
Welcome to Confidence Tones, where we use a proprietary audio development formula called audio immersion to provide an experience that's designed to help quickly and effortlessly generate positive change in the subconscious mind when used correctly. This experience is achieved using 4 primary building blocks: brainwave modulation, invocation of positive emotions, immersive imagination stimuli, and developmental suggestion. We know of no other source in the world that provides the synergistic combination. With a good pair of headphones, you'll be able to immerse yourself into audio that's designed specifically to help you feel better, do better, and live better.
Back to our programming. And yes, this is quite a programming. When you think about the trauma detox that I did with Confidence Tones, the 21-day of immersion, just like our book here that really has hit 1.2 million copies or downloads. on the 21 days to your best you, we are learning how to be our best people, our best selves, our best whatever we can do. And I can truly say Renee Brown is one of the best of the best. As she says in her short bio, because we're going to talk about recovery, we're going to talk about addiction. She has built an empire through her heart-centered leadership, through what she's doing with her absolute heart and her passion with mental health. The opposite of addiction is connection. She has a recovery housing project. Goodness, it's helping people that have addiction to love them and have them to connect so they can discover what they were always meant to be and do with functional support. She is the co-founder of Sober Living Properties and Next Level Recovery. Renee and her husband, Michael, the co-founders of Sober Living Properties and Next Level Recovery. They hail from Utah. I'm sure it's one of the most successful east of California in this process, but they do an integrative approach, mind, body, spirit, of course, with substance abuse, mental health, addiction, with the dual diagnosis, but show and give the tools and give them hope. Not only to give them a fish, but they learn how to fish, to come with employment opportunities. Renee is absolutely such a gracious woman. She is absolutely the friend that you always want to have. And she does this work with such gladness and joy in her heart because she was meant to do this work. You see, some people have a job. Some people have a career. Some people fall into their mission. That is Renee Brown. So I'm with great honor, I bring you back, Renee, just like we do in Doctor Talk once a month, to bring you to Mindset Mondays. Welcome, Renee.
Oh, thank you, Jody. So glad to be here. And again, I just love your mindset as far as a holistic approach. And I am just sold on that concept really being delivered in whatever we're talking about as far as healthcare.
And it is holistic. As I've often said, it's not half-listic, it's holistic. Let's make it the whole in the part. So for those that haven't heard the Renee Brown story, a little bit about you and how you fell into your calling, please do share.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it was probably about 24 years back now. And I was in a marriage where I felt like the Princess Bride. I had everything. And my husband was supportive, was loving. And this took place right before the opiate pandemic really hit, really was talked about. There wasn't anything said on the media. We got into a car accident and it was on the spot, life-changing. He was given OxyContin, of which we're all aware of now, but back then we weren't. And in fact, a doctor tried to be helpful, but what happened is he overscribed to the point where he lost his license. And so sadly,
no way, really, he
really truly
his license. Now that one I haven't heard of the story, by the way.
Really, truly. And I will tell you what, where addiction is concerned, it really hits across all social economic barriers. He had been an artificial intelligence programmer, was very bright. And with the opiates, it really just assisted his good mind in helping him go down to a bottom, I think, faster than most individuals. And as you know, in marriage, we're intertwined at a level of the soul that there isn't, I don't know that there's words for that, because it's truly understanding a worth of another soul so intimately that we don't have words for it. It's highly spiritual. And so with that, you can imagine there was everything I did under the sun at that time to try to make a difference. And at that time, there wasn't any social reform, any help where if you have insurance, it's not going to pay for any help. The gold standard at that time was inpatient. We weren't really looking at anything else. And for the masses, that really wasn't available. And in fact, so much that so many families at that juncture were just losing their homes, their mortgages for their loved ones. Exactly. That was the landscape. That's what happened. And it was probably the most difficult experience in my life to come away from.
Because you call it your death divorce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Death divorce.
Exactly.
Yes.
Stronger, much stronger than just mere divorce. And from that, I did a lot of thinking. I really invested in myself and reinventing who I was. And through that, what is so nice is that it really helped me gracefully transition into a new lifestyle. And I was able to meet my love and soulmate, Michael Brown.
Michael Brown.
Yes. And I will tell you, we shared such a passion on recovery and health equity and social work. And his whole family had been involved in this cause. So together, when we first met, we served in the homeless task force here in Utah, and we really learned a lot. And what we noticed was a huge gap. And that was if somebody wanted to get some help, there really truly wasn't anywhere to go. 12-step program at best. So what we decided to do together was to be able to come up with the first recovery house in Utah. One had never existed. And
why not you? Why not you? What is your favorite quote that you say? With purpose, we can.
With purpose and passion, consciousness, we can do more. And I am the biggest believer in that. I believe in all possibilities. And I think through the consciousness, it really connects us as a human race that in the end, we're really one. And I really believe in a universal source. I believe in God. And I believe that this life is about a together we can type of a program. Yes. And so with that, that was the foundation of what we put together to be extraordinarily different than any other modality that had existed in Utah prior.
There you go. She did do more. You did do more. I want to just put this up on the screen because I know this is going to be watched and listened to many, many times. And without sounding like an ad for y'all, I just really believe that I wanted to put this contact 385-500-4822, even more than your social media handle, Renee, because that is who you are. So if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling alone, if you don't know what to do, I can absolutely guarantee you that Michael and Renee know what to do because their heart, their soul, and their expertise. Before we take this break, and then we're going to go into our project if we will, but I want you to just take, because like through pain, sometimes there's purpose, pain and purpose. Yes. I know it was your husband's addiction, but you found this because you needed to help somebody who was very dear to you too. Would you mind sharing?
Exactly. You know, sometimes it doesn't matter who used. It matters about everything you lost of what was dear to you. And it doesn't matter who used. Yes. And for that, it really propelled me to learn far more about addiction than I would have ever have learned. I needed to learn, what did I lose everything to? So it began with that. And then also my passion for health equity, because it shouldn't be the 3% that can receive some help. We
Yeah.
need help where the masses are concerned. So with
And we,
that,
because we have a massive problem.
that's exactly right. That's
Yes.
exactly right. So Mike and I went ahead and we analyzed the landscape, and we both were very impressed with peer-to-peer therapeutic models, which is right now, very recently in the last 5 years, we're really seeing that model take off. But this was over 20 years ago.
Sure.
But it's something that we noticed. So what we did is we created a house with an enriched environment. So, many of us have heard about the psychologist from Canada, and he did an experiment with addicted rats, and he went ahead and he put them into Rat Park, where it's a fun place. There's other mice, things to do, places to go for the little mice. They're happy, and they decide to drink the non-laced opiate water, and they become healthy. Well,
There
that
you
is
go.
so much about enriched housing. So
Yes, it goes from fear to housing. And I'll tell you, we could go for the next 30 minutes. I'm telling you, once we get done with our project, we're going to come back and talk about housing, talk about our event in February. Let's talk about this. But in the meantime, are we doing something together? You want to see the video? Shall we take a look, take a listen?
absolutely.
Let's do it.
Or goal card that I wrote when being mentored by the iconic Dr. Hulda Clark. I found an old crumpled recipe goal card in a file drawer. In 2021, it just simply states, I will create an Eastern medical version of the PDR. And here we are today, Health the Pedia, affirmation and vision in action. Healthopedia authors, led by the iconic 7 decades in serving health and humanity, Dr. Bernie Siegel, MD, Dr. James Marinakis, Serena Brown Travis, Jay Nolan, Kimberly Meredith, Rex Sykes, Dame Doria Cordova, Dr. Gary Sanchez, Dr. Phil Carson, Dr. Fred Moss, Dr. Mark Chavez, Jamie Kerr, Dr. Peggy Woods, Dr. Michael Pierce, Dr. Nefertina Serrano, Renee Brown, Jason Estes, Jeremy Hoffman, Melanie Summers, Debbie Armentrout, Linda Huff, Robert Baird, Carol Darrigan, Cynthia Hamill Knipe, Suzanne Finder, Lee Forrester, Shannon Roper, Carrie Fisher, Elise Marinakis, Jerry Tucker, Ivan Jacobs, Dan Gilman, Bobby Kowalski, Jamie Matheson, Kathy Strauss, Anna DeVere, Noah Crane, Trey Urban, Aaron Rudolph, Jackie Bailey, and Dr. Jody Bear, as we collectively elevate the health and wellness of you and your best life foundationally now and in the future.
It was an easy get for you to come with me. And let me tell you something. You know the reason, ladies and gentlemen, that Renee's picture isn't there? Because she had to be the sunflower right now. We are putting the rest of our beautiful pictures for our beautiful authors in this week, but I just decided to share it anyway because it's beautiful. This compilation coming together. Renee, I was so thankful that you said yes to be in the mental health pillar. It was an easy ask, of course, but why did you say yes?
Oh, I think that was quite easy. And it's because I love the philosophy of Healthopedia and really its mission to really deliver far more in holistic opportunities and education throughout the world. I feel so passionate about that. And I'm going to tell you, I do have a treatment center with doctors, master's level clinicians, a robust team. Not only that, is I'm the owner of Medical Mindshare, which is a collaborative organization to really help where healthcare is concerned when we're considering dual diagnosis and more, and especially addiction, where we don't want to have controlled substances be at the heart of just another medical organization.
From this to this, just changing vehicles. No, no,
Yes.
no, no, no.
Yes.
Foundationally, Healthopedia, foundationally to do this. And I can say, Renee, I really did. When we did our edit, I cried. Your story is so amazing. Dr. Bernie said to me today, he said, how are we coming? I hear from him every other day. Do you know his mission and purpose when you were saying this, that with passion and purpose, we can do more? He said, well, I got to keep track of you. I got to see this coming to fruition. I said, Bernie, this is vision and mission to fruition. And my guest on Thursday, Rex Sykes, you know, he said he's on Milkshake Moments. And he said, and knowing that he is the NLP expert and what he is absolutely promotes being one of the successors to Buckminster Fuller's work. He gave him the torch to him and Dame Doria Cordova. And he said, the reason this book is coming about September 18th, mark your calendar. Then we're going to be here on Traverse TV and all social media. We're going to go live noon to 6, Tuesday the 19th, Wednesday the 22nd. This is 12 o'clock Eastern. And then Friday, we have Manny Lopez because of our connection. I said, Manny's got to wind things up on Friday. Kim Jacobs, because you know how I always have a cause that we go to. Kim Jacobs lost her son. That's Ivan Jacobs in our book. She lost her son with myocarditis, just bingo. But it was way before we saw any of this. He just died on the basketball court at age 12. And so we're doing this to raise funds for her on Wednesday. And then Les is going to be our guest, lead off, mid and end speaker. And you giving your 20 minutes, Renee, will be one of the most impactful ever. So stay tuned, noon to 6 each day. So what do you really desire for our book to just to give it life? What do you desire for it to do in your contribution?
Well, I'll tell you, of everything I do, my heart is so much with the recovery housing, and it's a modality outside of the medicalized space. And let me kind of just give you a preview about the magic that comes out of that modality in particular. I feel so passionate about the social determinants of health. 20% are about, health itself, but the rest of it is from, of course, so much financially defines our wealth. You can look at it that way for here, our country as well as Australia. But another component is our social context, the feeling of contribution that we're able to offer in our communities, and the nurture and the acknowledgement and the warmth that we receive from our services. So much fulfillment from society. And that really becomes so much of who we are on so many levels. And it really translates to our health and our well-being. But another component is resources. And I will tell you, when we look at everything medically here in America, we really look at, we focus on individuals and we focus on self-directed health. We focus on thinking errors, patterns, all of that, which can take a very long time to get through and to see change.
And you don't.
Not
at all.
So darn difficult, and I deliver those modalities, so I completely understand what that
understand it, and it is so simple. What you do is so simple and it's sustainable and
Yes.
it's effective. And what I know that you have this down. You can see she has thought about this. I didn't say how brilliant you are that you taught yourself coding when you were 10 or something, 11. I mean, you're a genius, Renee, but you're a genius in your heart before your brain.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that we've used up this time, will you come back so we can go deep into recovery housing?
Yes.
Go deep into this, because this is what you're delivering at our first Healthopedia Summit in Boca Raton on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. But in the meantime, I just want to give you kudos. I want to give you praise for not only what you do, but who you are. You are one in a million. I know we say that about people, but you fill my soul every time we talk, let alone see you. I think they're going to have to just get out of the way. We're just going to have a sister romance when I first get to hug your neck. In this lap lifestyle that we've been able to have this pure and gracious and just soulful relationship. Why? Because that's what you do with your recovery personnel, with every one of your patients, turned inpatient to turn outpatient to empowered patients, to do empowered souls. What you do is one in a million, Renee, because that is who you are. So please come back again. I just want to thank you with all my heart and soul that you really, really do what you say you're going to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you know somebody who has a need, if you know somebody who is chronically homeless, you know somebody who just needs a helping hand, contact them at 385-500-4822. That's 385-500-4822. 4822. Renee, thank you from the bottom of my heart for you always giving yours.
Thanks so much, Jody. I'm very appreciative of this time and any opportunity that I can help any listener, really, truly.
I know that's you. And sister, bye-bye for now. We'll see you later. That's for sure.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
So this is what we know, ladies and gentlemen, that mind your mindset, because in your mind is your skill set. And I can tell you, we're doing a mental mindset week, I guess, because Thursday will be my guest, Rex Sykes, the incomparable successor and given the mantle from Buckminster Fuller himself with NLP, Life on Your Terms. Rex, he has been on our Mindset Monday. Now we will have a full hour with him on Milkshake Moments, because it will be amazing. Just remember to always mind your mind, because at the end, you will want to mine your mind for all it can give you, all that it does. So as always, as I say, whether it's now or in the future, make it, as we started out with our sponsor, make it a happy day. Do what makes you happy. Do it with hope. And we do it with health. So until then, until I see you on Thursday, I'm just going to say, this is Dr. J saying, have a healthy day. Ciao for now.